Happy to have you aboard here for the Really Big Barbecue Show.
Boing.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great
Greetings.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead and he's in the crackle.
Charbono! It's all about the charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 2 feet for wiener.
But listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
Welcome to the second hour! Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Meant to do that. You have found the Barbecue Central Show, where we talk about all things that are important to the world of barbecue and grilling. Jason Pettis, 4691, 888_semicolon ! We need a ham roundtable. Do we? I don't know if we need a ham roundtable. How about this? We'll see how the ham segment goes with Robert Moss. And then if I am somehow inspired past that, we will look at doing a ham roundtable. We will resurrect the roundtable segments. Maybe, if I'm inspired by Robert Moss enough in April, we do then a follow-up ham roundtable in May, and then we resurrect barbecue roundtables all together. Chicken, brisket, ribs, and pork shoulder in successive months. That could take us through the end of September. Also, Grill Fest 2026 will be taking place towards the end of September as well. What about getting the barbecue roundtable back on board? Seeing what's new, seeing what everybody else is doing. Diane Me saying what's overrated in barbecue, making burnt ends out of other meat other than brisket. No kidding. Especially hot dog burnt ends. That was bad. To me, the most overrated thing in barbecue always has been, always will be, smoked cream cheese. Come on. Give me a break. Zero effort, zero skill. And the guys from Turbo Trusser made a smoked cream cheese spatula? I can't believe Mr. Wonderful got behind that. But okay, maybe he did. Still to come on this show this evening, I'm going to tell you the culinary words I hate the most. And I'll also have a hot take on the state of sweet catering in Rocket Arena here in Bomb City, USA, and you don't want to miss that. We say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of the video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/@BBQ Central Show. Not at just /BBQ Central Show. Or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. That was correct. We have a new YouTube poll question of the week. Would you rather blow up 100 balloons or lick 500 envelopes? And currently 85% of you are saying you would rather blow up 100 balloons. By the way, I'm with you. I would rather blow up 100 balloons. Coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less this coming Friday, episode 424, taking you back to March 10th, 2008. The live show, nary a month old at that point. And this week, we are going to feature another esteemed figure in the world of barbecue who has appeared on this program, shockingly enough. For those familiar with the Dizzy Pig brand and competition team, The name Chris Capel will be recognized. He is considered one of the pioneers in transitioning spice rub distribution from the confines of specialty stores into a broader commercial market. Chris successfully achieved widespread distribution into numerous mainstream retail locations while also dominating the aforementioned specialty market. Not only that, in his prime competition days, Dizzy Pig, one of the most formidable presence on the competition circuit as well. Not only that, and perhaps not necessarily unique at the time, but when you look at the competition landscape over the last 15 years or so, unique in the fact that Dizzy Pig solely utilized the big green eggs for all of their cooking at competitions. And a significant number of other teams incorporated products from the Dizzy Pig portfolio into their own competition rub blends. So they weren't just using, let's say, straight chicken rub or straight pork rub. I don't remember the kooky names the Dizzy Pig had in their portfolio. But a lot of competition teams used them straight or would mix them, make their own recipe of Dizzy Pig to use on their competition meats. And as an individual who has used a variety of Dizzy Pig rubs over the years, that being me, I can attest with absolute certainty that they remain among the finest available for both competitive events and the home culinary applications as well. So for those unacquainted with Chris Capel, this upcoming Friday segment will serve as an excellent introduction. Don't forget you can subscribe to the show by visiting the website, thebbqcentralshow.com/subscribe. You need to subscribe to this show's podcast feed in order to get the Best Moment Show every Friday. So if you're only a fan of the Friday show, as a special thanks to you, on Wednesdays and Thursdays, you'll get hour number 1, hour number 2, respectively, Wednesdays and Thursdays of this here Barbecue Central show. Don't forget, if you want to hear a guest or segment again that you feel has been lost in the archives, email John, let him know what you'd like to hear. That's John, J-O-N, John, J-O-N, at thebbqcentralshow.com, and he'll do his best to meet your expectation. All right, we are moving along swimmingly. One more piece of business to do as we get back here. Actually, we'll just do it right now. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
That's right, Bill. We'll do it. Are you ready for a cigar experience that was built on history and passion? Let me tell you about McAuliffe Cigars, a partnership forged between Texas passion and a Cuban cigar-making dynasty whose heritage spans back to the 1930s? Yes. Whether you seek the nuanced elegance of the Magdalia or the complex power of the Leanda, McAuliffe offers a symphony of flavor for every palate. And don't forget about the ever-expanding color series. As we learned last week, there is now a new white Connecticut wrapper broadleaf binder. Do I have some? Not yet. But when I do, I'll let you know. And there's a large handful of you out there that like to get those samples when I get them. Happy to hook you up. At my time frame, of course. You also get an unmatched smoking experience coupled with an unmatched value when it comes to that color series. Each cigar handcrafted in Esteli, Nicaragua by a legendary Gomez Sanchez family. McAuliffe delivers tradition and quality in every draw. Taste the tradition. Visit McAuliffecigars.com to find a retailer nearest you. And McAuliffe is spelled MICALLEF, McAuliffecigars.com. And we're back right after this. Stick around.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
All right. Welcome you back. This portion of the show brought to you by the Barbecue Central Show. Hey, you have a product or service that you're looking to get out to the most warmest market you can possibly get in front of. Couple openings. Hit me up if you want to learn the extensive bank-busting advertising rates to get your product or service in front of a buying collective that is of like mind and like interest here in the live fire community. Shoot me an email, Greg at thebbqcentralshow.com, and I can fill you in on all of the 2 options that I currently have available. As promised, it's me, and we're leading off with words I hate in the culinary world. And for those that are continuing to listen, feel free to either agree or disagree with my words. And if you don't hear, if they are not your words that you hate, feel free in the instant chat to type in the words that you hate in the culinary world. Let me start with, oh, crap. How about this? I even got some sound effects here. So how about this?
Number 1.
Leading. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go backwards.
Number 4.
The number 4 term that I hate in the barbecue and grilling world. Is crema. I hate crema. Why are we saying crema? I don't think it has always been crema, although within the last 5, 6, 10 years, crema, avocado crema, parsley crema, butter crema, mayo crema. We don't have to be fancy with our words. How about cream? Creamy. It's a cream-esque. Crema. A tad pretentious. A tad schmancy. Something simple that we need to wordsmith up to get to white tablecloth. Crema. I don't like it.
Number 3.
A close cousin to crema, I hate aioli. Aioli. How about flavored mayonnaise? I'm going to make a garlic aioli. I'm going to make an avocado aioli. There's an avocado crema, avocado aioli. It's mayo. It's a spread. Aioli a little bit more pretentious than the tad pretentious crema, but not as pretentious as this one.
Number 2.
Chutney. This almost was my number 1 most hated food term currently available in the culinary space. Chutney. I don't even know if I like the word culinary that much now that I'm saying it. Usually when I don't like a word, I say it in a different way, just to kind of make fun of it right to its face. So it appears I don't like the word culinary very much because I usually say culinary to talk shit to its face. Chutney. Yeah, I know. It's chunky, apple chutney, mango chutney. Chutney, way more pretentious than crema. Certainly more pretentious than aioli. Chutney. I don't like it, but I like it better than this one.
Number 1.
I hate Number one in the culinary world more than anything else, compote.
Get that big stuff out of here.
Nothing in the culinary world as we sit here March 10th. Can you believe it's March 10th? March 10th, 2026. Nothing is more pretentious, stuffy, see you next Tuesday-y. Nothing remotely comes close. I would much rather say chutney, aioli, or crema every day for the rest of my life, mandated, than ever use the word compote. I can't even say compote correctly. I have to say it differently because I hate it so much. I will not afford that word. It's just due respect. Compote. It's the worst. I was at dinner last night with Detective Corey, his wife Becca, my wife Becky. We were talking about compote and how I hate that word. And I said, hey, you guys make fun of me. Sometimes when we go out, I'll bust out the ascot. And then I love asking people around me, hey, I've busted out the ascot tonight. Do I look douchey? 9 out of 10 people. Yeah, you look like a douche. You look pretentious. And I said to Beck and Corey and Becky, my wife, last night, compote is so pretentious. Like, if I brought you compote, the first thing that you would think from an attire standpoint is that I should be wearing an ascot. Like, you better be wearing an ascot if you're dropping compote on the table, for crying out loud. But nothing is more pretentious in the culinary world than the term compote. Diane Mee doesn't like grass-fed. She doesn't like artisanal. I don't know if I like artisanal either. That could be number 5, artisanal. So in particular order, crema, aioli, chutney, going from least to worst, or least to most hated, and then rounding it all out, compote. But wait, there's more. Let me say this. I can't believe I sent myself a copy of this earlier. What did I do with it? P. Bradford. Oh, damn it. Let me see if it comes up in my Google search. Oh, for crying out loud. Did I put it in the trash? Let me go into the trash. Nope. I sent it to myself, for crying out loud. Links, taxes, pics. Nope. Payrolls. No. Come on. I know I sent it to me. Well, now it's gone. Stand by. I got to find it. All right, good news, I found it. I'm trying to figure out how the hell that even showed up like that. I'm not going to speak for every professional sporting venue that's out there. There's a lot of them. I'm only talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers because that's what I'm going to right now. But I assume it's just as bad for every other event that is taking place in what I guess now is called Rocket Arena, mean, the name has changed 4 different times. It was Quicken Loans Arena, and then it was Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Now it's Rocket Arena. I mean, pick one and stick with it from a branding standpoint. But I am talking directly at whoever is in charge of the food game within the suites of Rocket Arena. The food that you are serving in these suites is tragically bad. Tragic. I would love to sit here and tell you that the food that you are offering in the suites is average at best. I would love to say it's forgettable because I would forget to talk about it here on this show. Instead, I'm giving it 8 minutes of my time to tell you what a bag of shit your food is for these suites. And I say this coming from a place of appreciation that my employer, Ohio Machinery, has a corporate suite within Rocket Arena. We have access to all of the events that take place there. I'm a big Cleveland Cavaliers fan, no surprise to anybody. So when the suite becomes available to the Ohio Peterbilt folks, I've told my assistant, make sure that you always say yes. You grab them, we'll figure out a way to fill it no matter what. Within this season, I have been host 4 different times. I'm in charge of making sure that the suite is set up in advance of anybody showing up. The first 2 times, we outfitted this thing with the chicken wings and the chicken fingers and the potatoes and $2,000 worth of various foods. And those first 2 times, there was so much food left over because it sucked. Nobody was taking containers of anything home. People were leaving the suites to go into the normal areas to get other food. Joke's on them. It's the same shit. Get that free stuff out of here. But maybe it's fresher shit? And all for what? To pay through the nose for what is insulting quality food. Food that I am not proud to have my best customers force themselves to eat. And what's worse is the price tag. I sat down with my regional sales manager days in advance of this game on Sunday, which the Cavaliers lost to the Boston Celtics. That was unfortunate, but we rebounded last night with a win against the 76ers at home. Good to see we could win a back-to-back. So we sat down and ordered the least offensive food. I told Bob, I said, hey, take your customers out either in advance of the game or tell them to have a little snack skis before game, then take them out to dinner after the game to a restaurant. I don't know if I want to be having food catered in because I feel bad. And everybody knows I'm no stranger to work expense account. I'm happy to slam it responsibly, but I'm happy to utilize it. I make a lot of money for the company. We like to entertain our customers the right way. And having food in the suite at Rocket Arena is not the right thing to do. So we thought we instituted the best of the worst. Here's what we had. I don't know if you can see it this well. And I can't pop it up anymore. But here we go. Let me read this off to you. And keep in mind, prices, crave-worthy cookies to the tune of, let's say there were 5 cookies of each, of both 5 chocolate chip, 5 oatmeal raisin. Maybe it was 6. Maybe I got a dozen cookies. $67. Uh-oh. One order, crave-worthy cookies. One order, freshly popped popcorn. $34. Uh-oh. 34. Garlic butter, soft pretzel bites. 2 orders, $94. Uh-oh. Get that free stuff out of here. herb roasted turkey Dagwood sub, $88, and only 50% of it was eaten. One order of hot dogs, $68. And the hot dog sat in the main chafer, sweating. Gross. One order of kettle potato chips, literally potato chips, $32. And then 2 orders of what were supposed to be the best thing, except these shared space with the hot dogs, so they got sweaty and mushy and had a heavy scent of Schween on them. Potato wedges to the tune of $90. Subtotal $473 for that bag of shit. Then taxes of $44.65. Then a sweet fee of $85.14, tipping the company approved 15%, $91.21, bringing this abortion of a meal grand totaling $694 even.
Get that free stuff out of here.
This is as close to legal robbery as you can get. I know there are stadiums and arenas out there that are serving quality food in their venues. Rocket Arena is not one of them. It is shameful. It is unprofessional. It is highway robbery to the highest degree. And I feel ashamed. I feel disgusted. And I feel irresponsible turning in this expense to work because most of the food was leftover. It's that bad. Whoever's in charge of the food at Rocket Arena, you should be fired. Everybody underneath you should be fired. And quite honestly, I don't know if the Cavaliers or Rocket Entertainment or whoever has oversight on this food. Anybody who has their hands on this food should be fired. Fired.
Get that free stuff out of here.
It is gross. It is unappetizing. And it is expensive as it gets. I'm not ordering food there anymore. We will do food before or after the game or both of those, but no in-game food anymore. You should be ashamed of how bad this is. And you should all be looking for work somewhere else outside of the food service industry because what you're serving hardly qualifies as food. If the star of the show is $94 worth of garlic, butter, soft pretzel bites, we got a problem. Cleveland Cavaliers, Rocket Arena, call me for help. Something has to change because this little nugget is not going away. Signed, your pal, Greg Rempe. All right, let's go ahead and make tracks out of here all the way back in the first hour. Who was it? It was Meathead. AmazingRibs.com talking about bone not adding flavor to the team. Adding flavor to the meat. Diane, don't get me wrong. I'm not grateful that we have the pro sports teams that we have. I'm ungrateful for the lack of quality food that is being charged at royalty prices. Crazy. After Meathead, it was Robert Moss. And then it was me for the last half hour. Big show planned for you next week. It is the third week of a month, so you know we got a great quarterly guest coming up. We have a West Right review coming up. whole bunch of cool shit. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, how do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe saying, Shamo! Shamo!
This is Maddie Rempe from Cleveland, Ohio, and you're listening to Barbecue Central.